Welcome to Triple Option Radio. I'm Matt Sullivan alongside Rhett Prentice and Jack Abbott. Today we are talking about the recap of the Giants and the Falcons from Wild Card Weekend, and then we'll be discussing the Giants and the Packers this weekend. Giants took this one 24-2, easy win for them, embarrassing loss for Matt Ryan and the Falcons. Guys, what was your initial thoughts on this one?
Looked like a little BCS game preview in that first half with the Falcons-Giants. A lot of defense, not much moving the ball on offense. I think it was a product of probably the weather a little bit, and both teams kind of just feeling each other out. They both have fairly conservative offenses. I thought it was a good game, though. The Giants clearly ran away with it in the second half, and I think their skill players really showed what skills they do have.
I've been once by this Falcons team this year, and didn't think they had much of a chance coming into this game. And I think, it was, the first half was kind of slow until I think late in the first half when the Giants start getting their running game going a little bit. You get that 30-some-odd yard by Brandon Jacobs, and it just gave them the kind of confidence they needed. And after that, it was just kind of on. And the Giants' defense was, swarming in this game.
I agree.
Wasn't going to let Matt Ryan and the Falcons get anywhere. With that healthy D-line of Tuck, Jason Pierre-Paul, and Osi Umenyiora all healthy at once.
Yeah. And that's what you were predicting last weekend. That's what, right, you said that exactly last time we talked. You said that defensive front was just going to shut down Matt Ryan and take this game, and that's exactly what happened. And the fact that the Falcons' offense couldn't get on the board, I mean, that was just embarrassing. I mean, Matt Ryan, he couldn't do a thing. Michael Turner couldn't get a first down. It was just like this game, I initially thought Matt Ryan might get his first playoff win here, but he's 0-3 in the playoffs, and this was just really embarrassing loss for them.
It's not so much on Matt Ryan. I mean, he obviously deserves some part of the blame, but I think Mike Smith is really one who should come under fire. I mean, this is 3 times he's lost in the playoffs as well.
True.
With Matt Ryan.
True.
And, that sequence where it was 3rd and inches, they ran it right into the middle of the line, nothing, 4th and inches, did the same exact play. It's not creative. It doesn't really show. It's like risk-taking for the sake of taking risks. I just think they might need a change. Matt Ryan and Michael Turner, and Roddy White, those guys are too talented to be one and done in the playoffs a couple times.
I agree. I mean, I think they were stronger in past years when they were there and lost, but I agree with you. I think it was coaching, but at the same time, there was enough, the plays were there that didn't get executed properly, and I just think, everyone's to blame on the Falcons, overall on the team, but let's take a look at who the Giants are moving on to play, because that's what is really relevant now, is that they're going into Lambeau. They're going in to face the Packers this weekend, and 9-point underdogs, the Giants right now. So I mean, we're going to see what happens here. It's going to be a good one.
Yeah, I mean, this is the one I think. I mean, everybody wants to take the Packers in this game. They've looked great all year, but I'm really feeling the Giants in this one. This Packers team reminds me a lot of the Giants team in 2008 after they had won the Super Bowl in 2007. The Giants team, they came out 11-1 that next year and peaked really early, looked pretty unstoppable. Everybody looked great on that team. Defense looked great. Offense looked great. That was helped along by that Plexico Burrs incident. But towards the second half of the year and into the playoffs, they were one and done. And they really came back to earth. And they had some fatal weaknesses in that team that were exploited late in the year. And I think the Packers, while they've been great on offense, and Aaron Rodgers setting a record for passer rating a year is terrific, but that defense, especially that pass defense, can be exploited. Especially Eli Manning had his best year ever, and I think we got a good preview of how to get after Aaron Rodgers and mess him up from the Chiefs when they beat them a few weeks ago.
And this is Aaron Rodgers is coming off 2 weeks off now. You got to remember Matt Flynn played in Week 17. I think set the single game passing yardage mark, which is kind of interesting, kind of funny. That might play into it. I think this is going to be the best game of the weekend, to be honest. The most competitive game. I think it's going to be hard-nosed. It's going to be cold. It's going to be 2 tough teams that like to get after the passer, and 2 passers that really know how to handle pressure. So I think it's going to be a good game. I think with that spread, it's a very high spread for just the Giants. Under. I think I'm going to take the Packers, but I like the points in this as well. I think it's going to be a close game. I think the Packers can hold on, but I think the Giants really give it to them pretty good.
I think it's gonna be a close one. I think the spread's absolutely ridiculous for this.
Yeah.
I think what it comes down to is Eli gonna be that elite quarterback he's been all season? I mean, I would think he would, but Lambeau is just a different atmosphere. That's not like any other stadium. It's gonna be freezing cold. It's just a different atmosphere, and if Eli can find open receivers, and actually make some of those passes he's been making all year, Giants have a shot at taking this thing. But they got to find a good combination like they did last weekend with the run game and the pass game, and find a good way to mix it up. And the Packers are the 31st defense, and we might see Eli putting up some numbers. It could be a shootout. Who knows? But I think Giants keep it close. But I think we see the Packers take this one at the end.
What's your score prediction on that?
Score prediction on that one, let's say Packers 31, and I'll say Giants 24-28, something like that. So
I like 27-20. Packers.
I got the Giants in this one, 30-26. I just feel, I think the Giants D is going to those handful of play, maybe a couple of turnovers, maybe some long touchdowns by the Giants receivers, are going to turn this one late. But it'll be a hell of a game down to the end.
absolutely. Well, that game's
Packers are getting Greg Jennings back too.
True. They got Greg Jennings back. Both teams pretty healthy. So this game's at 4:30 on Sunday, and that's going to be should be an excellent game to watch. We all agree that this could be the game of the weekend. So keep checking back for more information on tripleoptionradio.com. We're going to be writing more blogs. Leave comments on this video. What's your prediction? And check back soon for more content. Thanks.